How to overcome the fear of speaking English. When we logically look at the question, you need to realize that you're asking me the wrong question. What are you exactly afraid of? When was the last time you actually walked around the society you're living in and you actually found someone who speaks exceptionally well? Get this into your head. There's a very small contingent of people who are actually speaking exceptionally well. You're worried about wrong things. You're worrying entirely about the wrong things. You need to understand this fact. Roughly a random estimate, roughly 95% of the people in the world are still trying to learn English. Of the entire population, most of the people you're going to see in that 95% are still a beginner like you. They're also trying to figure out how to do things. They're also trying to figure out how to speak better. They're also trying to figure out how to deal with the confidence issues and all the different kinds of issues you are facing currently at this point. So what are you exactly being afraid about being judged from those 95% of the people? And if you're worried about the remaining 5% who've actually made it to a certain level, they don't care. When you go and speak to them, they don't care. They don't have time for you to care about that you don't speak as good. They have important things to do. So you're entirely worrying about the wrong things. Every single time you go and speak something, you are doing something that you should realize. You are assuming that the person right in front of you would be probably thinking bad about you. I would be making assumptions or would be judging you. However, 99% of the time that's not the fact, because try to understand, like I said, 95% of the people are trying to figure things out just like you. Now let's say, for instance, take consideration of yourself. When you speak, you are so much afraid of speaking. You're so much afraid of making sense of things and making sense of the vocabulary, the speech, the fluency, or whatever. Your brain is trying to process a lot of information at the same time. So you do realize the fact that you yourself, because you're doing a lot of things at once, you yourself don't have time to think about if another beginner would not be speaking as good. If another beginner would be bad and you would think like, oh my God, he speaks like shit. You don't have time for that because you're busy doing things for yourself, right? So those 95% of people are busy judging themselves, which is why I said you're worried about the wrong things. You're not supposed to be fearing speaking English because there's very few contingent of people who are actually going to judge you. Most of the people are busy. Most of the people are actually busy doing their own things. Most of the brains are occupied with their own problems. Just like how your brain is occupied solving your own problems. It's the same for them. So you're worrying about the wrong things. You're worrying about the people judging you who are busy judging themselves.